An important part of the work of the General Osteopathic Council is dealing with concerns or complaints about osteopaths. We rely on patients, members of the public, osteopaths and other health professionals to let us know if we have any reason to be concerned about an osteopath. We have a responsibility to investigate complaints, and as part of this, we must gather evidence. In some instances, a case will proceed to a hearing. This is where witnesses may be called to give evidence to a panel of the Professional Conduct or Health Committee. If you are going to be called as a witness, we will ask you about any periods where you are not available, and will take this into account when the hearing is being arranged. Once the hearing date has been confirmed, we will contact you and let you know, at least 28 days before the hearing starts. We can assist you with your travel arrangements before the hearing and accommodation if needed. Our hearings normally start at 9:30. Hearings take place here at the offices of the General Osteopathic Council, based at 176 Tower Bridge Road in South East London. We will send you a map and directions to help you plan your journey. Let us know if you have any accessibility or other additional needs that you require in advance of the hearing, including wheelchair access, a hearing loop or sign language interpreter. If you have other concerns that you feel may make it difficult for you to give evidence, such as a health condition, difficulty in social situations, or the sensitive nature of the allegations of the case, please contact us in good time before the hearing. Particularly cases involving sexual allegations, some witnesses may require special measures to be put in place when giving evidence. This can include giving evidence by video link or the use of a screen. Be sure to arrive in good time for the hearing. When you arrive at our offices, please report to reception, giving your name. A GOSC caseworker, who will have been in contact with you before the hearing, will meet and welcome you, and take you to a witness waiting room. Please speak to your caseworker or other GOSC staff on hand if you have any questions or needs. This is the witness waiting room. You will be asked to wait here until you are required to give evidence. In the witness room, you will find information about giving evidence, along with other reading materials, including books and magazines. You may prefer to bring something with you to read. Power sockets and Wi-Fi are also available. Like most legal proceedings, it is sometimes difficult to know exactly when you will be called to give evidence, but your GOSC caseworker will keep you informed. You can also bring a friend or family member with you to the hearing to give you support. Please ensure your mobile phone is switched off before you give evidence. Personal recordings of the hearings are not permitted, but you can take written notes if you wish. When it is time to give your evidence, the panel clerk will collect you to take you to the hearing room where you will give evidence. This is the hearing room. This is where the hearing takes place. Hearings are usually held in public unless confidential matters such as the registrant's health are being discussed. The panel, whose role it is to hear all the evidence relating to the case and decide on the outcome, is made up of 3 members. At least one member of the panel will be a registered osteopath. The other 2 will be lay members. This means they are from outside the profession and not on the GOSC register. The panel is independent of the GOSC. Panel members may also ask you questions about your evidence. One member of the panel will act as the chair. The chair is a layperson, which means they are outside of the profession. It is part of the chair's role to ensure that the overall management of the hearing is fair. A legal assessor is independent and sits with the panel to advise them on the law. He or she is an experienced barrister or solicitor. However, they do not play any part in the decision-making process. The case presenter is a barrister or solicitor presenting the case and calls evidence on behalf of the GOSC. They will ask you questions about your evidence. The registrant is the osteopath against whom the allegations have been made. They may or may not be present at the hearing. In most cases, the registrant will be represented by a barrister, solicitor, their professional body, or other representative. They will put the registrant's position to the panel and will ask you questions about your evidence. Occasionally, the registrant will be unrepresented and will present their own case. The clerk is a member of the GOSC staff. They are responsible for the administration of the hearing. They do not take part in the decision-making process. The clerk is a key point of contact for registrants, witnesses, and observers throughout the hearing. Most GOSC hearings are held in public. They may be observers in the hearing room, including journalists. You will be asked to take an oath according to your religious faith, or make an affirmation. The chair of the panel will then introduce you to the people in the hearing room. You will be asked to look at your statement and confirm that you have signed it and that it is true and correct. You may also be asked to refer to the case papers on the desk in front of you and ask questions relating to this evidence. Like many similar legal proceedings, all evidence given in the hearing will be recorded. The panel members will have read your statement before you give your evidence. You will be asked questions by the case presenter and then the registrant's representative. The panel members may then ask you questions. Remember to take your time and listen carefully to ensure you understand any questions asked of you. Provide your answer clearly and slowly. If you don't understand the question, you should ask for clarification or explain your position. Don't be afraid to ask for a short break if you need one. Let the clerk or panel chair know. If the committee adjourns for any reason while you are giving evidence, it is very important that you do not discuss your evidence with anyone during the break. When you have finished giving your evidence, the panel chair will confirm that you are released from your witness duty. You are then free to go home. Or you can stay and watch the proceedings if the hearing is taking place in public. Having heard all the evidence in a case, the panel will make a decision. The panel carefully considers the individual circumstances of each case and takes into account all the evidence that has been presented at the hearing before making a decision. In reaching its decision, the panel uses the civil standard of proof. This means that the facts will be proved if the panel is satisfied that it was more likely than not that the incidents occurred as alleged. We will contact you to let you know what decision the panel makes. We will pay for your travel tickets and for overnight accommodation if you need it. We are funded by fees from osteopaths on our register, so we try to keep costs down where we can. Therefore, we ask you to use public transport where possible. You may also be entitled to claim for loss of earnings if you were meant to be at work on the day of the hearing. You should raise this with your GOSC caseworker before the hearing starts, as claims are considered on a case-by-case basis. Witness expense claim forms are kept in the witness room. If you are a patient who has made a complaint, you will be referred to as Patient A throughout the hearing and in the written decision in order to protect your identity. Unless there are special circumstances, other witnesses will be referred to by name. We hope you found this information helpful. Without the help of witnesses, the GOSC would not be able to fulfill its duty to protect the public, so we want to thank you for acting as a witness.